We're talking with UNA head baseball coach Mike Keene in this Lion Vision update. The UNA baseball team had a tough three-game series with Delta State. Delta State came in and swept the Lions. Just the second series that North Alabama has lost this season, and Coach Delta State came in as one of the top-scoring offenses in the nation. But first two ball games held them to just 5 total runs in each of those games. What were your takeaways from the weekend?
Well, going into that weekend, that's what we were seeing what the challenge was going to be and see how our pitchers were going to match up against their powerful offense. And what I was really disappointed in is our offense's inability to score runs, because they've been giving up runs in their games, and I felt if we could hold them down like we did, I felt we had the opportunity to win those games. So obviously our pitching did what they needed to do, and unfortunately our offense was unable to hit with runners in scoring position, especially with the bases loaded. It seems like we worked really hard for one run, and that was, to me, what was kind of the demise of our offense, is that we could have had 4, 5, 6 runs put up on the board early and put some pressure on them, but then we got out of it with 1 run. You only had 2 runs, and then you just can't hang around with 2 runs with Delta State. Eventually they're going to score runs because you'll make a mistake or get after it and give them credit for scoring late, and basically 2 innings was where they scored all their runs.
There were great crowds out this weekend. The 1993 GSC championship team was back for a reunion. It was senior weekend as well, and it was senior left fielder Ben Cooley who had a big game in Game 3. He hit a home run while having 4 hits on the weekend. Ben's been a great defender out in left field all season, but what can he take away from Game 3 offensively moving into the postseason?
It would be nice if he has that potential. It's always been there, and we got a bunch of guys in our lineup. I guess that nasty word of potential, it's been there because a lot of them that returnees did well, and Ben can do what he did the other day would really help our offense, in which we needed it. And he had a really nice weekend, especially that last game. I mean, he had a really good, took a breaking ball is actually what he hit out, and that's one of the things that some of our guys would struggle on, but he stayed on and did great, and then had that last inning, that drag bunt to kind of keep the inning going. So he's done a lot of good stuff. And like you said, it was just the weekend was a great weekend, great crowd. I mean, I was really pleased with the amount of attendance there all the way around, and really other than we didn't win those games, all the games were really good games. They were all tight games, a lot of pressure, and just disappointed we didn't win. And it was obviously nice seeing that 93 team, because some of those guys I haven't seen since 1993, so it was really nice to see those guys come back.
Next up for the Lions, it's UAH, and then after that, it'll be time for the Gulf South Conference Tournament this coming weekend. Coach, against UAH, we've clinched our spot in the tournament. We can finish no lower than 5th, so we can move up as high as 2nd. UAH, meanwhile, playing to get into the tournament. So both teams playing with a lot on the line this weekend. What's the scouting report on the Chargers?
Well, I think it's if you look at their offensive numbers, again, another good offensive team, and they're a very good team at home. The ball carries at their ballpark, so obviously it fits them probably a little bit better than it does us. I think it's really going to come down on pretty much what we've been all year long. Our pitching and defense is going to have to be sharp. We're going to have to make sure we make all the plays, try to eliminate any extra opportunities for them to get at the plate, and then take advantage of their pitching and mistakes, and see if we can put up some runs. Because I don't see it being where it's going to be a 1-0 ball game, because obviously they can score. So I think we're going to have to score and then keep them down. So, and they play really well against us. Every time we play, it's just it's always a big game for them. So they, I don't care what they're doing, how they're doing, where they're at, they will be ready to play this weekend, and obviously they'll play really well.
North Alabama on the road to wrap up the regular season against UAH, the Gulf South Conference Tournament right around the corner. Be sure to visit RoarLions.com to keep up with UNA baseball.